Becky here. Welcome to or welcome back to my channel. I don't know how long I have to film this. My toddler is running around between inside the house and outside the house, and I have two children downstairs, plus my son, and my friend's two daughters are outside playing somewhere out there. Lots of chaos all the time in this house, and I don't get a lot of time to film. So I wanted to do a video about online shopping for books. And by that, I mean I'm gonna go online shopping for books and bring you along with me. A lot of people do these shop with me, comic book shopping, bookstore exploring videos. And I love seeing bookstores and I love going in store to shop and browse and just pick up books. And there's something about physically shopping for things, no matter what it is, but especially with really with anything. Oh my gosh, he's shooting me with his stick gun. So with boys and guns, like everything is a gun. Pew 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 pew. Ah! It's always better to shop in person, of course. But there is a sale going on at our Canadian bookstore. Chapters, Indigo, or Kohl's. Why are you shooting me?
Yeah, please.
Why? So online, like most of these big box stores, Indigo has what is called the Plum Points. So they have a Plum Plus, of course, which I had for a year, but it's $40 a year. But I had the Plum Plus for the 1 year because there was a deal. I'd never signed up for it before. I was like, no, I'm not spending an extra $40, even though it's only once a year. I was like, I don't need that. I feel like it just made me spend more money because I was always getting these extra offers. So I felt like I was just spending more money, even though I was saving money. It also made me want to spend money because I was getting deals. It can take a lot to add up to getting like 45,000 points if I know how to math correctly. I calculated it once and it was like if I got my 5 points for every single dollar, I would have to spend $7,000 to get like 100 free points, like worth of dollars. So currently I have enough points to redeem $20, but I'm trying to save up. I saved up once to get $100 free. So here's the point value. So 2,500 is 5. 20,000 is $50. I'm so close to $50, but then you need 35,000 for $100. So let's write this out. I'm going to calculate this. I need 35,000 points minus I have 17,283. So I'm halfway to 100. I need 17,717. Nice 17 number is what I need to get 100 points. So let's see how long that takes me. Obviously, I'm not just getting the 5 points per $1. When there are point deals or you get bonus points for things, I try to shop during those times, which is also another way to get me to buy more money, like with the deal they have going on right now. All of that to say, Canada Book Day is April 23rd. So that's in 3 days. Today is April 20th. And they're doing 10 times the Plum Points on Canadian indie publishers. Click shop here. And then all these books, I scrolled for pages and pages and pages and had like 20 tabs open at the top here that were all books that I was interested in getting. So one thing I've learned about myself is apparently I'm in the mood for true crime. I've listened to one true crime book and I'm trying to read another one, but it's not going very well. Not because I don't like the book. I just haven't had the time to get into it yet, but I got an audiobook for it, so hopefully that will help. So these are the books that I've kind of picked that I was thinking about actually biting the bullet and getting these books. And then if I go to my wish list, I put a whole bunch on there that I won't get the 10 times the points for ordering these books later, but this wish list is kind of just a reminder. I can look at my library or whatever too and get them for free. What I don't like about this wish list, they updated their website, got like a whole new thing going on. This new one, I can't switch the order of which I can see what I've added. This is like the very first thing I added to this wish list, and then I gotta scroll down more and scroll and scroll and scroll to find the last thing I put on the wish list. I don't see it until I scroll all the way down. So as you can see, I got interrupted filming last time, but that's okay. I am here to finish shopping. The deal goes for another 6 days. So this video is gonna be a shop with me / book haul. I will wrap up this video when the books come in and we can open up together. So that's exciting. So yesterday was Sunday and we did a true crime and wine on Gavin's channel. I had any part in it besides joining and watching it. Gavin does all the work behind it. We ended up watching What Jennifer Did, which happens to be one of the books I had on this list to buy. So I'm kind of glad I didn't buy it yet. I'm going to switch out this book with something else, so I'm excited about that. You can see my list here is at $318 with a total savings of $24. That is not the plan to buy that many. But you can see it's 10 times the plum points. So like the regular plum points on this would be 1,500 and then 14,000 bonus. So that would be amazing. I would love to do that, but that is not the plan today. I want to buy Mother-Daughter Murder Night. I think it'd be fun to read as like a mother-daughter book club, but that is not going to happen right now. I think I'm going to save it for, it's already May 22nd, like Mother's Day's in like 3 weeks. The point of this video is to talk it through. I like to talk out loud and think through my thoughts out loud, and recording those thoughts makes it seem less like I'm talking to myself. I will literally find myself just walking around the grocery store talking to myself, and it helps when you have a toddler because you just like, I'm talking to the baby. The capybaras I might pick because it's a kid's book and it's cute. It looks so cute. Did you know you could own a capybara? If you don't know, they are giant rodents. They're the biggest rodents. And you can like legally own one in Alberta. I want one. How do I get my hands on a capybara? Where to buy a capybara? Capybaras for sale. Oh, they're so cute. We used to have mice. When I lived in BC, we had rats. We had one rat. They're closely related to guinea pigs. My cat couldn't kill a capybara, I don't think. Maybe, but I don't think he would try. It'd be too big of a thing for him to want to attempt to kill. I think he killed the mice though. $6,000? Oh my gosh. Gross large is 100 pounds. Okay, this video has gone off the rails. Surplus animals. Like, I just have a surplus of zebras. Okay, let's get back to book shopping. My husband might be like, Becky, you spend too much money on books, but spending thousands of dollars bringing home a new exotic pet, he might prefer the books. All he said when I said I was getting a capybara, I've always wanted a potbelly pig, actually, but I mentioned getting a capybara. I was like, I want one so bad. My son was making a joke about if they poop, then they're called crappy bears. My husband said if I get one, then I have to take care of it. He didn't say I couldn't get one, just that I'm responsible for it. So go watch what you say, husband. Do I want the capybara picture book? Maybe. This delightful story shares the importance of opening our hearts to each other, no matter our differences, and the marvelous surprises that can happen along the way. So it might be a fun book to read with the kids. All right, see? So we'll see later. Oh, there's a cat there. I was wondering what the dog was looking at. Oh, the couch. You're okay, Leopold. I'm sorry. Send Me Into the Woods Alone, Essays on Motherhood, I thought might be nice to read. I want to read books on motherhood and feel that connection with other people. I don't know. The Rebel Christ I'd like to get because I need to read more Christian books, but also look how boring this cover is. That's so annoying. But it would be cool to read a Christian Canadian book. All in Our Head, How Gender Bias Harms Women's Mental Health. Sounds really, really interesting. It is $39. I have a gift card and I've been saving it since, you can see, Christmas, and it's $40. That's going to take up one whole book. I would get 10 times the bonus points plus the pre-order of 500 bonus points, which would be cool, but that's kind of expensive right now. I'm not going into this with a budget, but I do need to keep in mind the amount I'm spending. $1 Deadly Deception, the Jennifer Pan story, that's what we watched on Netflix, so I'm going to remove that. Ghosts That Haunt Me, Memories of a Homicide Detective, Cold Case BC, The Librarianist is one I keep picking up every time I see it. It's also in hardcover. It takes place in Portland, Oregon, but you're a Canadian. Published by a Canadian author anyways. And then Funny Story, which is not Canadian, but is a pre-order 500 bonus points. And that's why I added it to my list yesterday, because it's on for 27 instead of 37, and I would get the 500 bonus points. If I wait for the paperbacks, I will be 1 year behind reading all the Emily Henry books. I only own 2 Emily Henrys. I own Book Lovers as a paperback, and I own Happy Place as a hardcover. Do I want to go forward and buy her books all as hardcover or wait the year for the paperback? How much would the paperback cost me? Because 27, if the paperback's 26, then there's no point in waiting to save the money for it. See, like right now the paperback is $37.49. I don't understand that. Buying books hurts my brain. Making these decisions, hardback, paperback, it's so annoying. So I think I will keep Funny Story on there. And then there's 2 stories. Here's the Penny and Carissa here, and then A Mother's Betrayal, The Murder of Carissa here. So maybe I will save those ones. I am more of a true crime watcher or listener, like a podcast, than I read it. I think I'd rather wait to get this one in paperback. 106 is more reasonable. I went through so many of these books already. I do like Katharina. I have her other book up here that I need to read right away. She's a really good author. I like her stuff. I also have this one on my list to read right away that I bought for $2. Ducks. Takes place here in Fort McMurray and Nova Scotia or somewhere on the East Coast. Classic Robert Munsch. Lots of Robert Munsch in here. I like that it's a lot of different, like backpacking on Vancouver Island, or this Dante Bia and the Mystery of the Living Paintings. This looks like a comic book. They have National Geographic Extreme Weather Survival Guide, apparently. They have kids books. They have nonfiction. Yeah, I like that it's just Canadian books and it doesn't matter like what genre they're taking up. Take Your Baby and Run, How Nurses Blew the Whistle on Canada's Biggest Cardiac Disaster. I don't even know what that's about, but sounds interesting. The title is definitely intriguing. Potato on a Bike. Love You Forever was my favorite book as a kid. This is what I think I'm gonna get. I'm going to end this portion here and come back when the books come in and you'll see what I chose to buy. So I got book mail. It came so much faster than I was expecting too. So I've been waiting to open these. I'm so excited to dive in and remember what it is I bought online with you guys. I'm actually just editing the online shopping part. Today is April 30th as I film this part and it is snowing. It's not snow, it's falling as wet slushy snow and hitting the ground and melting instantly. I had to turn the heat on yesterday and today. My fingers are cold. A nice hot cup of coffee here. And let's dive into the book haul part of this book shopping video. So we'll start with the smallest one and then go to the biggest. My son wanted to check the mail yesterday and I said, yeah, go ahead. And then he came back on his bike holding all of these packages and then he had one envelope for mail. Oh, I guess I bought this for the bonus points. So this is exciting, but I did get Funny Story by Emily Henry. This came out a few days ago, I believe. And I know I said I didn't want to spend the 39 Canadian dollars that this hardback cover is, but I think I bought it because it was on sale for 27. I would not have bought it for 39. So under the dust jacket is pink, my favorite color. The front is like a purpley blue color, the dust jacket. Why won't you come off? And then, oh, it's got the really pretty shiny blue writing. Nothing fancy, but it's a cute pink. Kayla was doing reading sprints yesterday with her channel members. So many people were already reading this. I was like, I'm not going to get to that till next year. So I spent the money on a brand new hardback, so I should read it this year during the summer. I'm not going to talk about what this is about. Emily Henry's kind of become an auto-buy author for me, even if that means not auto-buying it brand new at full price. Sorry, my lighting is all weird in this corner. I'm excited to get to this hopefully this summer. I have so many books. I don't know how people read. We are into the 4th month, going into the 5th month tomorrow of the year, and people have already read like over 100 books. It's not a competition. I just wish I could read like that and enjoy the books and absorb the information and have fun because I want to read all the books. Cheers to being a slow reader who reads less than 100 books a year. Cheers. And that's okay if you read more. Like I said, I'm not judging and it's not a competition. Just, I wish I could read like that. I read 120 books in 2020 and it was too many. My brain just could not comprehend. Maybe I'll get there one day. But if you read like 300 books a year and you're enjoying it and you're not stressed out about it and you're having a good time, all the more power to you. I can't do it. I wish I could. So let's open up this next package. This doesn't have the little rip tabby thing that the other one did. So just gotta strengthen through. This one's got 2 books in it. Little cardboard pile over here. So I did get the Capybaras. I'm excited. I want to read this with my son, who is 8 years old. The light doesn't like the books and me in the picture. My son made the joke that I think he heard it at school. When a capybara is pooping, it's a crappybara. So I'm sure all of my kids will read this. Even the 12-year-old will probably flip through it. Oh, there's very little writing. Some children's books are quite dense with lots of text on the page. This one is pretty good. My other daughter, she is 10 and she reads like almost exclusively graphic novels. She just loves graphic novels. And she's read like all the graphic novels that she's interested in reading at our local public library. And she has started to like kind of dive into more of these kind of like picture books. And I'm like, just because it's a picture book, one, anybody of any age can read it. Doesn't matter. But it doesn't make it any less of a story or any less writing. There can be a lot more text in a picture book than even a graphic novel. Yeah, it's fun for the whole family, so I'm so excited. Capybaras are so cute. And What Stars Are Made Of by Sarah Allen. So this is not actually for me. This is a gift for somebody else. I was watching someone's video. I can't remember her name. She is from Gavin's Patreon, and she has Turner syndrome. She's from the UK, and she was talking a little bit about like what Turner syndrome is and how it affects your body, and that the only representation she has found in a fiction book with representation of Turner syndrome in it is What Stars Are Made Of. And this is middle grade. It says on the back, suggested for ages 10 to 14, and the main character is 12. Like I was saying with the Capybara's book, it doesn't matter how old you are, you can read any age you want. The only time age does matter is when you're a little too young and reading really mature material. She was talking about this book, What Stars Are Made Of, and it is middle grade, and unfortunately this is like the only representation that she could find. She lives in the UK, we are in Canada, and my friend who has Turner syndrome, she is from America and grew up in the States and has lived in Canada for a while now. I hope she likes this. I think she'll appreciate it, even though it is a little bit younger. I think even when we have something and we see that representation in a book, even geared towards a younger audience or having a younger protagonist in it, we can totally relate to that character because we remember what it was like when we were that age. So even though this isn't about a woman past the age of 30, I hope she likes it and really enjoys it. And it's got a really beautiful cover. I love the blue. A nice soft matte cover. The back also shows the stars and stuff. And last box. This one has the pull tab on it. This one's got 3 books in it. Oh, The Rebel Christ. I remember looking at this one. It's got such a boring cover. Like, seriously? This is what we get? That's not fair. It's pretty tiny. The words are an okay size. The paper is kind of textured. That's cool. It is under 200 pages, though, so hopefully it's a fast read. It's 146 and then a bibliography. The reason why I bought these books was because there was the bonus plum points for Canadian authors. This is Canadian and Christian, so that is one of the reasons why I wanted to pick up this one. I have lots of Christian nonfiction on my shelves that I desperately need to get to. It's a problem. I desperately need to get to them. It's not like I'm lacking in Christian literature to be reading, but I was excited to find a Canadian one. I'm sitting kind of in the corner because I'm doing some work here and the wall's dirty and gross and it's just a plain white wall and it's boring. And the corner does not like my lighting. The lighting does not like my corner. The Rebel Christ. What did Jesus, the original Jesus, say about the pressing issues of his and our day? He didn't mention homosexuality, but did call for the poor and marginalized to be protected and championed. He never spoke of abortion, but did criticize the wealthy and complacent. He didn't side with the rulers and wealthy, but did condemn those who judged and exploited others, and turned their eyes away from those in need and from the cry for justice. This was Jesus the rebel, Christ the radical, who turned the world upside down and demanded that his followers do the same. Too many of those followers tragically seem to have misplaced that vital lesson. Sounds interesting. I'm excited to jump into this one soon, along with my Christian nonfiction books. Send Me to the Woods Alone by Aaron Pepler. Should show you guys first. This is Essays on Motherhood. It's another tiny book, pretty thin. I don't normally read essays or anthologies or collections of stories. I do enjoy motherhood books, and I'm currently reading a couple for a Mother's Day vlog. Maybe I can fit in a couple essays. They're a couple pages long, it looks like. The first one is A Million Hands in One Vagina. Okay, no, introduction, and then The Miracle of Life and Other Feats of Strength. Maybe I can read a couple for my Mother's Day vlog that I'm working on. And this is something I don't have to like rush through, but it does look pretty short. And I just like hearing other stories about motherhood. Just knowing that you're not alone in it and commiserating with one another and encouraging one another. And women need to lift up women. Mothers need to lift up mothers. And we all just need to be encouraging and lift up one another. And that's one of the reasons why I like reading stories and things like this. Send Me Into the Woods Alone is an honest, heartfelt, and often hilarious collection of essays about the joys, struggles, and complexities of motherhood. From giving birth and feeling like you're stealing your baby from the hospital to lying about the tooth fairy and trouncing kids at board games, these dispatches from modern parenting dig into the weird and impossible expectations placed on mothers today. So these essays are all written by this one, Aaron Pepler, and articulate one woman's experience in order to help mothers of all kinds process the wildly variable, deeply different ways in which being a mom changes our lives. So this is also one of the Canadian books. She lives in Ontario and has 2 kids. And then last but not least, I got this big giant book, Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. So this was like everyone's favorite book 2 years ago now. It sounded interesting. I never got around to it. The reason why I'm picking it up now is because everyone talked about how much they loved it, and it's about video games. It is about video games, but not about video games, and I'm not a huge video game person, but I've liked stories like Ready Player One. And I got this one because it was on sale again. Normally, this is $35 and it was on sale for like $21. The paperback book comes out at the end of June, but the buzzword theme for June is repeating words in the title. So tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. I don't know if it has to be 3 repeats, but this was the perfect time, the perfect excuse to finally pick up this one. I'm not going to talk about what it's about because I think everyone kind of knows what it's about. These 2 like best friends who work together to create a video game or something, and it is spanning 30 years. And it is a love story, which is different from a romance. I love the cover too, it's so beautiful. So that is my little haul. I thought I got more, but this sounds about right. This is my haul here, ranging all ages, genres, non-fiction, fiction, a gift. I hope you liked this video of online shopping and getting bonus points and stuff with me. I don't know if you participated in the sale or not. Comment down below a book you are excited to read this summer. In June, I'm going to be reading Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. And hopefully funny story. I was going to say funny people. Hopefully funny story in the summertime. And I'll be reading the Capybaras probably like tonight or this week sometime. And tell me your latest book that you have hauled. If you don't know what to say, leave me some kind of book emoji in the comments down below so I know you have watched this far. And if you have, thank you so much. That is amazing. I am forever grateful for everyone who watches my videos and comments. Please like, comment, subscribe. You can check out my links down below to see where you can find me on Instagram and Storygraph and all that good stuff. And I will see you next time, probably with some kind of reading vlog. Bye!